And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Guys, in today's video, as always, we are going to be going over all the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. That includes what you read there in the title. Yeah, some very exciting stuff as we go into this sort of new era at the football club. Obviously, this is my last video now. Technically, obviously, I'll probably speak about the game tomorrow after its conclusion. But this is my last video, essentially, with Jurgen Klopp being the manager of this football club. It's a crazy time. I still kind of can't believe it. We've had since January to stew on it, but it's come so quickly. And I can't believe tomorrow is our final game with Jurgen Klopp in charge at the football club. Earlier today, if you didn't already know, Jurgen Klopp had actually taken to Instagram. Yes, Klopp has, at least publicly, avoided social media throughout his 8.5 years at Liverpool, but he has now launched his own Instagram. Throughout his time at Liverpool, Klopp had made it clear he does not want to understand why players and fans use Instagram. Ahead of his departure from the role, though, the Liverpool manager has now confirmed his Instagram, and that is at Kloppo. The account launched on Saturday had 40.1 thousand followers at the last time of recording, but that number is rapidly rising and could break into the 8 figures before the end of the day. In his first Instagram post, Klopp explained his decision to join by saying, "I want to stay in contact with you all."
Leaving this incredible place is hard.
Even Klopp is struggling to contain his emotion.
But I want to stay in contact with you. And even when I'm not a social media guy,
if somebody has an interesting question, it would be really nice.
people told me social media helps with that. So here we go.
Following this, guys, of course, it's all cool to see Jurgen Klopp on Instagram. Give him a follow. I'll probably put a link down there in the description. I don't think he needs a shout out from me, obviously, but for those of you that don't already, then jump over there, give him the gaffer a follow. Following this, guys, Jurgen Klopp has also revealed that a crucial member of Liverpool's behind-the-scenes staff will also leave the club this summer. Yes, it truly is an exodus. This is Ray Horn, who departs after 16 years. As stated, Sunday will be the last day at Liverpool for many of the club's backroom team, including at least 7 members of Klopp's coaching staff: Pep Linders, Peter Kreuz, Victor Moas, John Achterberg, Jack Robinson, Andreas Kornmeier and Andreas Schlumberg are already known to be departing. Liverpool also set to see Horn, the club's general manager of the first team operations, move on after 16 years at Anfield. Klopp confirmed the news himself in his programme notes ahead of his final game in charge against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Horn joined Liverpool from Bolton in 2008, initially as an admin manager before becoming first team operations manager in 2016 and then being promoted again in 2019. In his current role, the long-serving figure ensured day-to-day life at the club ran smoothly, including managing players' schedules, organising travel and planning pre-season logistics. He could often be seen watching on during match days from the tunnel or near the dugout, while he would join players and staff for celebrations on the pitch. Klopp praised his input as Liverpool made a phased return to training during COVID-19 lockdown in 2020, describing it as a massive organisational challenge. What Ray Horn did in that department is unbelievable, the manager told Liverpool.com. Horn's exit comes as Fenway Sports Group oversees seismic change off of the field at Liverpool this summer, instigated by Klopp's resignation in November. Further staff departures can be expected, with FSG's arriving CEO of football Michael Edwards presiding over the situation as the new era begins. Edwards has already appointed Richard Hughes as sporting director and David Woodfine as assistant sporting director, with Arne Slot who is going to replace Klopp. Slot is due to be joined by Feyenoord staff members Spike Hulshoff, Etienne Reginen and Ruben Peters, with more appointments to come. Julian Ward, former Liverpool sporting director, has also agreed to join FSG, the new role of technical director, while Pedro Marcos arrives from Benfica as director of football development. It remains to be seen how Horhan will be replaced, though. The immediate effect on his departure will be softened as the plans for pre-seasons are already in place. So there you go, guys. The exodus continues as such, and he probably won't be the last. So yeah, another one bites the dust. But moving on to today's main subject of the video, guys. It's actually with regards to us potentially landing a huge blockbuster deal. Yes, this is with regards to the Anfield Road stand. Of course, we have been keeping you up to date with the Anfield Road stand for much of the season. Of course, it is in its full completion. It's completed. Everyone's been enjoying it, and it is looking really magnificent. And of course, adds to that special feel created at Anfield when the Reds on the pitch. It did take a little while for it to sort of come to fruition, but it's here. It's amazing, and it's all really cool. However, one big topic that came up around a month ago was whether the club would be open to selling the stand's naming rights. Basically, the Athletic spoke with the commercial director, Ben Latty, and he said that the club were debating and discussing it. And this income obviously generated of the sale of these rights would be absolutely massive. And now reports are stating that Liverpool are in talks with a few different potential candidates to sponsor the naming rights for the Anfield Road stand going into the summer. Now, this could be very, very lucrative. Obviously, we're not going to lose our identity, of course, and rename it something Anfield. It's going to stay as Anfield, but selling the rights to the stand itself would see the club make a lot of money through sponsors. As stated, Barcelona earn around £17 million per year for their agreement to sell the Nou Camp's naming rights to Spotify. Meanwhile, reports Chinese IT company Wanda play Atletico Madrid £8.4 million a year to call their stadium the Wanda Metropolitano, where Liverpool won the 2019 Champions League. However, Liverpool's deal will likely not be as large as that, as those deals are for the full stadium and ours would only be for the stand. Latty explained the most likely outcome is to sell the naming rights to the whole stand. I think the biggest potential and most likely outcome in terms of commercializing the Anfield Road end is going to have themes and areas of it. This, as I said, isn't the first time the topic naming rights have come up. In 2022, Liverpool CEO Billy Hogan told The Athletic, "We wouldn't say no to it, but it's not something we're actively pursuing currently." While many would accept that having a sponsor's name on the Anfield Road stand is a sacrifice that comes a part of modern day football, many would be opposed to it, though not the name extent as renaming Anfield itself. So yeah, reports around at this moment in time are stating that Liverpool are in official talks over this summer about renaming the Anfield Road stand, which would just have a sponsor, could be something, and depending on whether we're going to this Adidas deal, maybe Adidas are playing a part in it. As stated, it does look like we are going to be going with Adidas going into the future for our new kit deals, and to see this would be very, very lucrative. It would be a blockbuster deal, but yeah, reports stating official talks have kind of started over the summer with regards to naming the Anfield Road stand. So more on that one, I can update you as time goes on, but yeah, there's no way this club would allow Anfield to be changed. I don't want it to be called freaking Adidas Anfield or something like that, but stand, I don't really care, but for commercially it does help us out, especially with all this FFP nonsense over the last couple of years. But now, guys, Liverpool fans, do let me know your thoughts on it. You were for or against the Anfield Road stand being named something else? Do you stand by it? Are you really against it? As stated, let me know down in the comment section below. Also, let me know your final score predictions as well for the game against Wolves down there in the comment section. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, guys. I'll see you all next time. Take care.